Hi, I am Rumi Amit. Team Heartwork will today bring you a podcast about 10 questions that you should ask somebody before marrying them. Answers to these questions are very important before you decide whether you want to make them your life partner or not. The reasons for so many divorces nowadays and also breakups are due to not knowing the true colors of a person before getting married. And in this video, I will initially discuss about the first 5 questions. In a serious relationship or during an arranged marriage before the wedding, of course, you will have a lot of conversations, but you are not sure to make the decision whether this person is the right for you as your life partner. Each person has their own interests on the basis on which they ask their own questions. They'll be talking and messaging for hours, but sometimes they miss some very important questions just because they don't think of these as essential in their conversations. And this is where I want to give you some tips for you to be an investigative officer, for you to find out whether this person is the right for you or not. My suggestion is for you to gradually ask these questions one at a time during your conversations, which means you will need 10 such conversations at least. The first question is, what will be the involvement of parents in the marriage? Let's say that decisions are to be made and we disagree with our parents, and then how do we go about it? What if the parents tell us about what to do and what not to do, and we don't want to follow them? The objective of this question is to understand who your partner will listen to when there is a contradiction between you two and the parents. So the ideal answer would be, we should basically go by our own beliefs and opinions. I am not saying that you should disrespect your parents. That's another matter. However, your partner should not be the crybaby of a dada's girl or a mama's boy. Our own ideology and our own relationship comes first. If you don't get this attitude and answer from them, then there is trouble ahead. Second question is mistakes made in the past. What are the mistakes that you have made in your past relationships, family life, friendships, or even work life? Here, the goal is to find out people who are too selfish or too distrustful in nature, because there are lots of people who just don't see their own mistakes. Whatever they have done is just right, and they are looking at everything from their own perspective and justifying all their decisions. They will even change their own ways and systems depending on the situation, just to show that they are willing to listen. This person is a narcissist. You don't really want to end up with such a person like that. So the ideal answer for this question is, first of all, they should be able to remember their mistakes. If the person cannot even think of that, then it is a red flag. Ideally, they should be comfortable in sharing their mistakes, and like they can laugh at themselves for the past mistakes. Basically, I am telling you, do not end up with a person who does no wrong. The ideal person would have some faults, some weaknesses, and it is only human to make mistakes and acknowledge it. The third question is, what makes you angry? Ask your partner, tell me what annoys you, what really makes you angry, and when you get angry, how do you deal with it? You should be able to get a good picture of the person you are going to marry in how they handle conflict, handle difficult things. And when you talk about what makes them angry, you will be able to get information of their beliefs and values are. Basically, emotions come as a result of interpretations of the environment, and you will get to know how they are interpreting or understanding things around them. Majority of people obviously do get angry and annoyed. That's normal. So as they talk about their anger and annoyance, the ideal form of answer involves some sort of communication, which means that they believe in communication, they like to talk about it, they confront people, they bring it up. You don't want to end up with people who do not want to talk about shit and want to slip everything under the carpet. You don't want to end up with someone who is going to ask you to suppress your emotions because they don't want to talk about it. Such a person would be a terrible selection. Fourth question is, what you think the role of a man versus a woman in marriage, and what do you think of a man's family and a woman's family? This will give you an idea in their values with regard to equality, like how equal do they think men and women now, because some people are very adamant in defining gender roles, and sometimes it can be very disgusting, like a woman must do this, a man must do that, a woman must cook, a man must eat, a woman must clean, a man must make a mess. So the ideal answer to this question must be that we decide what we do in life based on who we are, our personalities, individual strengths and weaknesses, our interests, and then compromise, negotiate, and teamwork. Basically, there is no template out there. The person should believe in individual differences and abilities. Accepting these differences are very important for future happiness. Fifth question: how much should a couple know each other's lives? Like, how much is okay? This will tell you the transparency and openness that the other person is comfortable with. Some people just don't like to share a lot. They like to keep things separate, private, even in a relationship, and then that can cause some problems related to being distance or even dishonesty. So the ideal answer to this question would be, oh, we will talk about everything. We will tell each other everything we know. There will be no secrets between us. When somebody shares a secret with me, that would automatically be our secret. Remember, transparency is the best policy. That's all for today, and our next podcast we will speak to you about the next 5 questions that you need to ask in a relationship. Thank you and good luck.